In this lesson, we learn about concatenating or joining text together, which allows us to provide more meaningful output. We'll continue working with the program we created in the lesson on calculations using variables, but instead of just looking at the value of the calculation by looking at the variable, we'll get the Scratch Cat to say a complete sentence back to us. To start, I want the cat to say the product is, and then whatever the product of the two numbers actually is. So in this case, 24. So I go to looks, and I say, drag out the say block. But of course we don't want it to say hello. I could just get it, if I went to variables, I could just click on product, but all it's going to do there then is just say 24. And I want it to say the complete sentence, the product is 24. So to do that, I need to go to the operators, and you can see we've got something called join. I'm going to go ahead and drag out join and drop that in place. I'm going to change the first word to say the product is, and then I'm going to drop the product bubble into the second bubble space. If I go ahead and run the program now, you can see that it comes up and says the product is 24. Little glitch here though, there's no space between the is and the 24, and I'd like there to be a little bit of breathing room there. So I'm just going to go to the end of that line, and after the word is, I'm just going to put in a space, so that now when I run the program, it leaves the proper spacing that we'd expect. So that's an improvement to say the product is 24, but I want it to be a little bit smarter than that. I want it to say the product of the first variable 4 and the second variable 6 is 24. In order to do that, let's look at what we're trying to produce. We want it to say product of the variable coefficient times the value of the variable constant is, and then the value of the variable product. So if you think about it, there's one piece here, it's a string of text. Then there's the value of a variable. Then another short piece of text, which is just the multiplication symbol. Then another variable. Then another little piece of text. And the final variable. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces that we need to put together. So what does that mean for my program? What that means is I'm going to have to join a number of pieces together. So I'm going to start off. That gives me 2 pieces together. And if I drop another join into each one of those bubbles, now I've got 4 pieces I'm going to join together. And if I drop in another one, now I've got 5 pieces. And I'll drop one more in, and now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bubbles that I'm joining together. So I'm going to take that one out of there and put this one in and enter in the appropriate text that I want. So the next bubble I want to be the variable coefficient. Then we're going to say it's multiplied by, so we'll put in an X for the multiplication symbol. Then drop in the constant. Put in the word is space, and then finally the third variable, which is product. And I can get rid of this now. And if I run the program now, you can see the Scratch Cat now says the product of 4 times 6 is 24. So that's how you use joins in multiple cases to concatenate or to connect multiple pieces of text.